Hi Professor, here's my literacy autobiography. So in elementary school and middle school and high school, I was often placed in speech therapy and different learning specialists in regards to reading, math, etc. And I was always placed in the lowest reading levels and groups, partly because I couldn't articulate language, and so therefore I had a really hard time articulating my understanding of the curriculum. So my grades and attitudes kind of reflected my response to an environment. But in college, I started really enjoying my writing classes, and I did pretty well in my RWS, my creative writing classes, all the classes that dealt with essay writing. So I decided to join journalism and the Daily Aztec. However, that was very shortly lived, and I failed miserably at the AP style and journalism in general. So therefore I changed to interdisciplinary studies to express my own thoughts and ideas in the combination of sociology, English, and rhetoric, because I was able to articulate my ideas in the ways that I felt best suited me, mainly in scholarly research and creative writing. So after my undergrad, I started pursuing poetry at a much higher level, started reading books that reflected my own experiences as a person of color, and stories that really reflected who I was at that time. So I started traveling. I got into different fellowships and workshops and different conferences concerning my poetry. And so mainly what I focused on was identity, and specifically my making sense of my interactions with the environment and society at large. So then that led me to going to grad school, and I started studying language, in particular in how it affects students, marginalized students, and how it's used as a tool of both empowerment and oppression, equally. And then that's why I started kind of teaching and tutoring and getting more involved in educational programs. So first, once I came back, I went to UCSD's TRIO program to be a college advisor and an English instructor, and essentially this program was to help low-income first-generation students get into college, helping them with their applications, doing professional development, like how to write a resume and writing a personal statement, and going into interviews, academic development and tutoring help, so helping them with the homework, helping them be better writers, essentially. And one of the most important things is exposure to college culture and etiquette. These students had a really hard time knowing how to approach a professor, how to go ask for help. And equally so, I started working as a tutor at Southwestern College, and I tutored mainly ESL and ELD students, not only teaching them how to write grammatically correct and how to write in English and doing well in their English 115, 116 classes, but also navigate higher education and largely American society, because these students are often immigrants or are crossing the border every day to go get an education in America. And so essentially, I kind of went through education really kind of navigating how language affects a student, and now studying how language affects the professional world and adults. And it essentially comes down to the survival for students and people in America. And as an educator, I need to be mindful of how I use language in terms of teaching students as a positive force. Thank you so much.